The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 3. He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. He'll look to throw. He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 6 yards away. And the Pats are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. We're going to throw. May. It's caught. Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To the air, May. And this one complete to Smith.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
3rd and 2. Throwing here is May. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
On play action, May sliding out of the pocket. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who's that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Taylor will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, kind of tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Here's May. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Smith, 43 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pats at the line ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harrison.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
At the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carroll, and he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, May with it. He's got Smith here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's May. That's complete to Pearsall. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll try and throw forward May. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 6 catches in a wild card victory last week, and now 6 catches here and a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. And somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Sam Laporta, 33 yards. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Play action. May. This is Fant on the short completion. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 7. They'll throw with May. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with the catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Raiders first down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's May. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Bryan Bresee, the man to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start thinking.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start the drive here with an end around. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a trunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
This 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
They go play action now. May. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's on his way. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Well, now they'll try the end around. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Looking to throw. May. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They'll set up a throw. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Raiders continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's good for Patriots.
Back to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Down. Walters. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Look at the big fella go. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's May. They'll roll him out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this will stay a 3-score game at 24. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need,
You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On the return, Harris. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. A gain of 32 that time. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jamar Chase from 3 yards out. And the Patriots take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
The Patriots will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday, and it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this fourth quarter. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That one let go deep for Laporta. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Sam Laporta, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Next to score, Raiders 45, Patriots 20. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. And now here's another interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. The end result, 21 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll let Taylor try and run. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back to throw again. Pass complete there to Harrison. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Second down and 3. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try to run this one in. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.